What's up, good people? What's up, good people? It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder. It's Monday, y'all. It's another great Monday morning. Y'all know what we do on Mondays. We move, we move, we move. We moving on this Monday. Y'all can see we about to get into it this week. And this week, as I was thinking, or this weekend, as I was thinking about what I wanted to kind of discuss and go into, and I'm watching, I watch this documentaries and shows on the History Channel called there's several of them. There's the Titans that built America, the food that built America, the cars that built America, and this show talks about those companies and businesses that got their starts years and years ago. You think of any major big corporation that were out here, they have covered it. I'm talking Toyota, I'm talking McDonald's, I'm talking Taco Bell, all of those that we've heard of and that we still patronize to this day. I was watching them and I started to think about the series that I have, which is the Building the 21st Century Company series. It's 3 books. It's The Art of Leadership, it's The Customer's Not Always Right, and Young and Gifted, The Next Generation of Entrepreneurship. And I started to think about how I could talk about the building of the 21st century company and what that looks like this week. Using some of the tools and some of the things that I discuss in these books there. So I wanted to kind of hone in on and focusing on, as y'all will see, clients and customers. And there is a difference. So this week, what we're going to be dealing with, we're going to be dealing with the customer or client service. We're going to be talking about client loyalty, client referrals, client feedback, and then client experience and the client, if you can see that, the client mastering your client, being able to master your client. So that's what we're going to deal with this week. And today, specifically on this Move Monday, we're going to talk about the customer client service, I'll call it. And I'll start by saying this. There's a difference between a customer and a client. Y'all see my oh, sorry. I just finished walking, y'all. So excuse me. I got my walking clothes on. But I I wanted to start off by explaining the difference between a customer and a client. A customer is someone that is transactional. They come in, they may or may not know about your business, product or service, and they go about going and purchasing it. It's a transaction. You may or may not see them again. That's what a customer is. Customer is somebody that might have just come in off the street and um just got a referral from you, and they just need a transaction. They need a particular product from you. Boom, come get it. They're gone, and they could or could not come back, return. But a client is someone who um and as we'll get into this, that comes back and you establish a relationship with. There's loyalty that's involved. There's referrals that is involved. There's feedback that is involved. All of those things are what your clients will do for you, and we'll get into that this week as we go along. But I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to talk about the client service and customer service. How you treat your, whether it's a customer or whether it's a client. How are you treating them? How do you treat them? And that's going to determine a lot of times whether or not they become a client of yours. So there's what me myself and my one of my business associates, Tanya Lewis, we talk about this all the time because we are so keen on customer service. And she talks about the before, the during, and the after. How do you treat your clients and customers before you see them or deal with them, while you're seeing them or dealing with them, and then after you deal with them? It is vital to establishing that relationship with them. Now, hey, if you just want to have a bunch of customers and just transactional, then that's what you do. Some people do that. But if you want that repeat, you know, customer that becomes a client of yours, that they distribute or they convey to you that customer loyalty or that client loyalty, where they come back again and again and again, and they become a part of your business ecosystem. You've got to make sure that you treat them that you treat them a certain way. You treat them with integrity. You treat them with respect. You treat them as if they are family, and that's a lot of the mindset that you will hear successful entrepreneurs, successful businesses talk about. They don't talk about their customers being customers. They talk about being family, being clients. And that was one of the major reasons I wrote the book, The Customer's Not Always Right. I wrote it because there were so many businesses that I was seeing that were running their businesses into the ground. They weren't being efficiently run. They didn't have the systems in place. They didn't have the documents from a financial and a legal perspective in place. They weren't successful because they weren't taking their clients, their customers seriously. Thus, the customer's not always right. And I wrote the book because I wanted to be able to give organizations, businesses, entrepreneurs a way and a system to be able to put into place, in a perspective to be able to give them the tools that they needed in order to be able to not only start a business, but to be able to run and effectively run a business in the state, keep the doors open. And the three foundational pieces of the customer's not always right. Well, it comes from the title came from, you know how the saying is, the customer's always right. Well, I've never believed that. Never believed that the customer's not always right, because there are times when we did wrong. As customers, we did wrong, and those of us who are entrepreneurs, those of us who have been in any kind of working capacity, we know that when we've had to deal with customers, they're not always right. But the title came from that we were told that, but there's a reasoning behind that they're not always right. And when you are running a business, you're running an organization, there are three foundational things. And here's these principles again, y'all, that I'm going to give you all. I'm going to give you all some principles to kind of use in your business. You know, if your business is, you want to have these three. You want to have a healthy work environment. You want to maximize your productivity. And then that will lead you to increasing your bottom line. I promise you. If you do the first two with your business and with your clients and customers, create a healthy work environment. That means when people come to your establishment, come to your business, there is a certain amount of there's an aura, there's a feeling that they get, and we'll talk about the experience that you give them at the end of the week. But they get a certain experience, they get a certain feel, just like your internal customers, your internal clients are your employees. If you have people that work with you or for you, they're your internal clients. And you've got to make sure that they have a healthy work environment, because if they have a healthy work environment, then they in turn will treat your external customers, your external clients in a certain way. So you've got to have a healthy work environment. You've got to create this space where your clients, your customers, and your internal clients and customers, it's a healthy space. It doesn't feel negative. It doesn't feel toxic. They aren't encountering negative or mean people. And we've all been to establishments, we've all been to companies where we just like, well, wow, where'd that attitude come from? You know, that attitude was not even necessary. And that has a play on whether somebody will come back again and again and again. Trust me, it will. So creating that healthy work environment is crucial. Maximizing your productivity. Are you maximizing your day? Are you maximizing your week? That's going to tie into the last part, which is you're increasing your bottom line. Because if you aren't maximizing your productivity and you're wasting your day, then you can't be getting the maximum amount of money to come into your business, because you're not doing those things that you need in order to be able to run your business in such a way that you're bringing those clients, those customers in. So you've got to maximize your productivity. What does your day look like? Right now, what does your Monday look like? And I'm talking to the entrepreneurs right now. What does your day look like? What is your Monday? Do you have your Monday scheduled out? Do you have your week scheduled out? What does your 8 o'clock a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. look like? What meetings do you have? What phone calls are you making? What emails are you responding to? Are you getting enough rest? These are all things that go into maximizing your productivity. And when you maximize your productivity, trust me, you will be doing those things and that I've learned. And one of the best things that I've learned from my mentor, Dr. Will Moreland, and he gave me, he talks about revenue generating activities. What revenue generating activities are you doing today? Are you doing tomorrow? Are you doing Wednesday? Are you doing Thursday? Are you doing Friday? What does that look like for you? I want you to write down anything that you do that's revenue generating today. Just start with one day. Start writing down those revenue generating activities that you're doing. And then also ask yourself, before you do a task, is this a revenue generating activity? And that will impact your bottom line. So those two things that I talked about this morning, you're creating a healthy work environment, maximizing your productivity. Take a look at those today. Are you in a healthy work environment? Are you creating, as an entrepreneur, you should be creating a healthy work environment. And if you haven't created a healthy work environment, what do you need to do in order to be able to create that healthy work environment? And then once you understand, hey, I've got the healthy work environment, how do I maximize my productivity? How do I allow my employees to maximize their productivity? And I want you to start right there. And I want you to see if doing those two things and doing the revenue generating activities, see how that impacts your bottom line. Every successful company that you've heard about, that you've watched, that you might have, like I was talking about the watching those the History Channel with those companies and those entrepreneurs that started those businesses. It was about those things. They created a healthy work environment. They maximized their productivity, and as a result of that, they increased their bottom line. They made it about their clients and customers. Everything that they did was about their clients and was about their customers. And moving their customers into being clients. Take a look at it if you get the opportunity, and I promise you, you will. I suggest that every entrepreneur watch that History Channel series. It comes on every Sunday, and they usually do a marathon of them. It's usually on all day, and you can watch the different episodes and just look at those entrepreneurs and look at their perseverance. Look at the way that they approach their particular business. They had obstacles. They had more obstacles than we've had to overcome. And many of them were innovators and the drum majors and creators to what we see as industries to this day. I talked about the McDonald's brothers that created McDonald's, that had McDonald's, and how they created what we now know as the fast food industry. All because of them. And their concept of giving you the first, I call it the first bundle. I don't know if it was something that was before then, but I was looking at that and I was like, they created the first bundle. So you hear us using those terms today, the bundle. They had a burger, fries, and a drink. Burger, fries, and a drink. That's a bundle. We're going to give you a burger, fries, and drink for whatever it was. I think it was 50 cents back then. Whatever. And we're going to give it to you in under a minute. That was the concept. That was the concept for fast food. And they created a system that you could use in order to be able to do that, in order to be able to make those clients, those customers. And now we're clients, because how many times y'all go to McDonald's? You might not eat McDonald's, but you go to some fast food. So you can thank the McDonald's brothers for that. The name of the show is series. It's a docu-series or documentaries, but it's a series. It's on the History Channel, and it's called. There's several of them. There's the food that built America, the Titans that built America, the cars that built America. And I know I'm missing one, but it comes on every Sunday. Every Sunday, it usually comes on all day. It usually comes on all day from like maybe late morning, early afternoon, and it goes all day up until 12, 1 o'clock at night or something like that. But it's called The Titans That Built America, The Food That Built America, the cars that built America. It talks about all of them. I'm talking. They did the thing on Porsche, Ford. They did it on any kind of food that you think about. Like I said, the fast food industry. Talk about the candy industry. It's a number of them. But to watch it, you'll learn a lot about how they developed their customer service, how they developed their client service, and how their businesses grew. Because like I tell everybody, there's no Fortune 500 company that was not a small business. Every single Fortune 500 company started off as a small business. And they became a Fortune 500 company because of what? Because of their customer service, because of their client service, because they created a healthy work environment, they maximized their productivity, and they increased their bottom line. That was their goal. That was what they were able to do. So this week, I want you to think about that. Think about your clients. Think about your customers. How you can serve them. And in order for you to be able to serve them, you've got to have a healthy work environment. You've got to maximize your productivity. And that'll increase your bottom line. Do those revenue generating activities this week. And see what that does for you. I promise you, you'll see a difference. But we got to do the work, y'all. We've got to do the work in order to be able to get there. So let's go to work. It's Monday. It's time to work forward Monday. Not work forward. It's time to work forward Monday. It's not work forward Wednesday. It's work forward Monday. Let's go out. Let's move. Let's create that healthy work environment. Let's maximize that productivity. Let's increase our bottom lines. And let's make sure that from the the beginning, the middle, and the end with our clients and our customers. We treat them how we want to be treated. And I promise you, they'll come back. They'll go from customers to being clients in no time because they want the experience of doing business with you. And we'll get into this later on this week, referral. They'll tell somebody else. So let's not just talk about it. Let's be about it this week, y'all. And create a healthy work environment, maximize your productivity, increase your bottom line, and do your revenue generating activities. Sit and think about that. What can you do? What are you doing to create that revenue generating activity? Or what revenue generating activity can you do to move your customers to clients this week? That's what we're about this week. We're building a 21st century company, but we're building it from the lens of what we do with our clients and customers. We got to take care of them, internal and external. So, and I mentioned the books there. You can go to my website or the link tree, which is http://linktr.ee, and I'll put this in the notes there too, y'all. /JNF Enterprises. It's a book series. It's 3 books in this series, and then I also have the workbook, the Brand New Development Series, because it's about us not just starting businesses, but it's about having those businesses, keeping the doors open. That's always been my mission from the beginning. Y'all know, is to keep your doors open and to make you better. Make you better by the end of the year than you were at the beginning of the year. And we do that by building a 21st century company from a customer standpoint. I'm Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder. We'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Have a great, great Monday. We'll talk to y'all tomorrow.